Hello, my name is Udumeleng Ramatlu. I'm an author and a thought leader in education, leadership, and the socio-economic environment. What I do want us to talk about is qualifications and leadership readiness. Now, if you think of a leader, this is someone with a vision, and this would include clearly mapped professional and educational goals. Now, my focus is on formal qualifications which are registered with a regulatory body like the South African Qualifications Authority in South Africa, with a curriculum of courses, otherwise known as an academic structure, which once completed would yield the required cumulative credits for the qualification to be awarded. Now, I'm by no means referring to personal development or management advancement programs, which contribute to lifelong learning at different career junctures. You see, the award of a formal qualification infers that the candidate was able to deal with the cognitive demands of the program, has met the learning outcomes, has demonstrated mastery over core topics, and has achieved the desired graduate attributes, which really begs the question, is it ethical to waive qualification requirements for a leadership position? My answer is no. You see, I've chaired several shortlisting and interview meetings where I've unequivocally adhered to selection procedures, because when a job advert is designed, it's for the specific purposes of attracting the best candidate based on meritocracy and according to three determinants. One, years of working experience. Two, skill alignment based on relevant working experience. And three, the requisite qualifications. You see, it is unethical to waive the qualification requirements for a leadership office because it directly jeopardizes the integrity and credibility of that office, and it erodes the morale of subordinates who have clearly mapped professional and educational goals. Now, this perennial issue of unqualified leaders raises its head in instances where agile decision making and problem solving needs to take place. You see, when we are dealing with issues, the leader must be able to rise to the occasion and make evidence-based submissions which reflect comprehension, critical thinking, objectivity, reasoning, critical inquiry, and independent judgment and thinking. When you understand that the interests of all stakeholders are at stake, it does not become the opportune time as a leader to say things like, I feel this way or I feel that way. We will not convene to move an organization forward based on feelings. It simply goes against your fiduciary obligation. Now, such leaders with no theoretical underpinning and applied knowledge need to quickly understand that facts change feelings, but feelings don't change facts. Now, these are the leaders who compromise board oversight, lack foresight, and cripple promising talent who have to watch the tail wagging the dog. Now, we need to give education at leadership level the integrity it deserves, because as of right now, it is not insisted on for some, and for some, it is an absolute requirement. Now, this is a stain to the conscience of humanity, where the importance of education at leadership level is at the mercy of a switch in unequal countries where disadvantaged communities have to struggle, fight, and sacrifice to get qualified just for the sake of redeeming former generations. Now, as I shift my focus towards the public sector, it would be a recipe for disaster if the very people that are responsible for water and electricity supply are unqualified. I mean, these are the very undermined resources which even contribute to our own intellectual development. Of course, not negating the importance of other state organs. Now, the people have always advanced a high stakes agenda for the public sector to be professionalized, and this is for the sake of the citizenry and the future of nations. You see, now I'm also here to help remedy the wound. Now, if you are that leader in the public or private office and this message has struck a chord, our institutions of higher learning may be able to assist you. Some faculties, based on relevant working experience, do consider differently qualified applicants through the route of recognition of prior learning for unqualified persons who seek to augment the gap between their professional and their academic progress. Now, our institutions of higher learning also offer 1-year exit level qualifications, such as the higher certificate, the advanced certificate, advanced diploma, and postgraduate diploma, all on NQF level 5, 6, 7, and 8, respectively. Now, some food for thought. As a registrar of a faculty and member of the Student Administration Committee of Council, I've often had to recommend requests to higher structures to extend the registration cycle for some students who had to wait for their families to sell livestock in rural communities for them to pay the registration fee or to pay historical debt. Now, with every student and person I encounter, I always tell them that education or a qualification is not a magic wand that will solve all your problems. But what it does, it will give you a fighting chance. Now, let's not take that away.